you doing? I'm so excited. Today, we get to visit about the trumpet. My name is Dr. Sarah Stoneback, and I teach trumpet at Montana State University School of Music. I'm also the principal trumpet player of the Bozeman Symphony. As you can see behind me, I have a couple of trumpets, and I'm excited to introduce you to some of them today. But before we get started and dive in, if you have a trumpet, can you go and get it? There are a couple of things that we can do together. And if you don't have a trumpet, that's okay. I hope you enjoy learning more about the trumpet today. So, if you're ready, let's go! Did you know that the trumpet has 7 bugles in it? That is bugle number 1, all open, no valves. Did you know that if we stretch out the trumpet, just open, uncoil all the twists and turns, that we get 3.5 feet of tubing. Three and a half feet of tubing, just open. So that's bugle number 1. Bugle number 2, can you find your second valve right here? And that's going to incorporate this second valve slide. So let's play our F sharp together, or E concert. I'm going to go over to my bugle, and I'm going to stretch it about the same amount that was the second valve that we used. About 2 inches or so, right there. And, that was our pitch. So we're going to go on to our third bugle, bugle number 3. And that is going to be our first valve. So can you find this slide on your trumpet? That's bugle number 3. E flat concert or our F. I'm going to go back over to the bugle, and I'm going to stretch it out a little more. Remember, that was our pitch. We're going to go a little longer, about 2.5 or 2 inches or so again, about the same amount of hose and length that we did with the valves. So now we're on to bugle number 4. That is going to be first and second valve. So if you can find your first and second valve, corresponding valve slides, and that's going to be this one right here and this second one right here. That's our E or D concert. I'm going to go back over to my bugle. We'll stretch it a little more. Oh, rats. Well, I ran out of tubing right here. That's okay. We're going to continue on with the trumpet. So we are on bugle number 5. Let me recap and remind you what bugles we've played so far. So here's bugle number 1, all open. Number 2, second. Number 3, number 4. So as you can tell, when we add tubing, our pitch is getting lower. So bugle number 5 is going to be 2 and 3. find this right here, that little one, and then we're going to incorporate this longer slide now. And that's going to get us bugle number 5. So play the E flat or your D flat concert. Bugle number 5. Bugle number 6 is going to be 1 and 3. First and the third valve. So this first one right here, and then this third one longer. Remember, we're adding tubing. The pitch is getting lower. So now we've reached the final bugle, bugle number 7. And guess what? We get to use all of them. That means we get to use the first, the second, the third, all of the tubing. If you remember that at the beginning, when we started, we had 3.5 feet of tubing. Now, by the 7th bugle, we have about 6.5 feet. That's a lot of air to blow through, isn't it? I think so. So here's the final 7th bugle, all the bugles. So when we combine all 7 bugles, and we practice a lot on the trumpet, and we use our air, we redirect, and we tighten and loosen our lips, you can play cool things like this. So, if we've determined so far that when we add tubing, our pitch gets lower, then what happens, do you think, when you run into something like this? This is called the piccolo trumpet. It's the baby of the trumpet family. It's the soprano. So, as you might have guessed already, this is half the size as our B flat. So this piccolo trumpet is exactly an octave higher than this B flat trumpet. So here's what this sounds like. One more trumpet that I want to introduce you to today is the C trumpet. I play this a lot in symphony. It really helps to cut through the orchestra, and you'll notice there's a timbre difference compared to this B flat. It's a little brighter. Here's how this sounds like. There's one more trumpet that I want to introduce you to, and that is the flugelhorn. You'll notice that this is very different than what I've been playing so far. Different in size, too. So this instrument that we have, the B flat, is cylindrical in shape. That means that we have a really quick flare to the bell. Whereas this instrument is called conical. It has like an ice cream cone. It gradually increases. It gradually flares. And it will change the sound of the instrument for sure. More mellow. So note the sound change. But I'd love to play one of my favorite songs for you, What a Wonderful World. And in the meantime, I wish you much success as you continue to practice the trumpet. And I can't wait until we get to see each other in live performance. So continue to practice a lot and enjoy making music.